Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news.
Clink! Today is Saturday, January 11th, 2025, and this is what happened this week. We're going to start things off with some major events that occurred this week. The Golden Globes happened, I think, on January 5th, and we're going to give you a recap of the winners.
So the big winners from the evening were Wicked, Shogun, Baby Reindeer, and The Penguin. Some nominees, but not quite winners, included Moana 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Dune Part 2. Shogun and the Spanish-language crime musical Emilia Perez won the most awards for the night, each pulling in 4 awards.
In the category of Best Animated Film, Flow won. In the category of Cinematic and Box Office Achievement, which is basically it did really well in the movie theaters, Wicked won that category. Shogun actors Anna Sawai and Hiroyuki Sanada won for Best TV Actress and TV Actor in a Drama in their separate categories. Jeremy Allen, who will be playing in the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie, won for Best Actor in the category of Comedy or Musical for his role in The Bear. And Colin Farrell won for Best Actor in the Limited Series for his role in The Penguin. And now for some movie news, starting off with announcements.
Okay. Talking about Wicked, let's keep that conversation going because Cynthia Erivo, not sure, but she played Elphaba Throp in Wicked, says that her next dream role is Storm from the X-Men. And I could see that. I could definitely see that. Mm. She wants to explore the character's depth and inner turmoil because, not necessarily because, but she noted that that hasn't been done in previous movies. So Marvel boss Kevin Feige has teased that X-Men characters will be introduced in the next MCU movies. Feige also stated that the story of Secret Wars is going to lead us into the Age of Mutants and of the X-Men. So, maybe have something to look forward to?
Yeah, I get the feeling that if Cynthia wanted to do it, I don't think anything would stop her. Like, I don't think Feige would turn his nose up to that. Yeah. Yeah. Might even have her sing since she can do that. Yeah. Aurora can sing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Take a note from the new Joker musical, maybe.
Oh, yeah, because Wolverine can sing, too. X-Men the musical.
Kevin. Mr. Feige. I don't know if you're watching. I'm sure you are. But that's gold right there. That is gold. Oh, man. Okay. Well, with that, let's talk about some past movies news.
All right. So Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has passed the $1 billion mark globally. The first Sonic movie was released February 2020. It was followed by 2 sequels and a spin-off TV series. The third movie in the franchise, which is the most recent
installment
of the Sonic story, was released December, basically last month, in movie theaters. Not sure when it's going to be coming to streaming devices. Hopefully sometime soon. Actually, I don't care if it comes sometime soon. I have not seen any of the Sonic things. I like Jim Carrey, but
not a fan of Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it when I was a kid. I don't know if it will be like super goofy or not. The kids that I see who like it, it's like, it seems like it might not be for me.
Possibly. I was considering that.
Squid Things. Not Squid Things. Squid Games. They also like Squid Games.
Yeah. The kids' taste and things, it's very varied. But I was wondering if Sonic 3 is the movie, because it has Keanu Reeves in it, and I like Keanu Reeves
Oh, as a voice actor.
as a voice actor, yeah. And I'm wondering if this one, I'm wondering how good it is, like actually good, not just popular because it's Sonic. So I am actually interested. I almost, well, I won't say anything about that, but I'm interested to see how good it is, but I don't want to make the investment of watching the first one and the second one to see how good the third one is. Because that's how I enjoy movies. I find it very difficult to just jump in to, number 3, knowing that there's 1 and 2. But that's a me thing. So, yeah.
Oh, thought that was you. TV announcements. We're moving on to TV news. Announcements.
In TV news, there's been a new actor cast for Ahsoka's Baylan Skoll. Fans may remember that Ray Stevenson, who mastered the role last year, passed away shortly before the show's premiere. And the character, Baylan, has been recast with Game of Thrones actor Rory McCann, and Rory starred in The Hound. So McCann has also appeared
He didn't
in...
star in The Hound. He played the Hound in the Game of Thrones. That was his character.
Yeah.
You said he starred in The Hound.
Oh, he played the Hound. My bad. Yes. Sorry. What she said. But he has also appeared in, or worked on, Gladiator 2, Jumanji, The Next Level, Knuckles, and Clash of the Titans.
So yeah.
Implication?
My thought is, so originally I wondered if they were just going to kind of just let that character go because Ray Stevens did it so well and just kind of respect his
Contribution?
Yes. And his performance. But with him being recast, I'm sure that what is his name? Who directs these? Happy.
Oh. Oh, Jon Favreau.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure Favreau is the one who's doing this, not
Filoni?
Not Filoni. But I'm guessing, whichever one, is that they considered not recasting the character, but there must be more that this character needs to do. Because I don't remember. I think the character went off. Like we weren't
Has
sure.
It been a year?
It came out in 2023, I think.
Okay. As far as spoilers?
Yeah. I think it's been a year.
Okay.
Yeah, because it came out August 2023. Which was, I didn't realize it had been that long ago. So, yeah. I'm guessing that they're going to, that they need this character for more things in this series.
Yeah, either need or saw how well Baylan did.
But was it Baylan or was it
That's
it
the
Ray
guy's
Stevens?
name, right?
Yeah, well,
No, Ray Stevens. Okay, Ray Stevenson. Go ahead. Go with your thought.
Oh, well, I was wondering, is it that they saw how well Baylan Skoll was received, or was it Ray Stevenson's performance of Baylan Skoll
Yeah.
that was well received?
Right. So, good job, Ray.
However, I do think that that the way that the character was portrayed in the show was very different than most characters in his position.
Yeah, definitely. I know that's one thing that jumped out at me, and one reason I latched onto the character.
It's unique. It was
a unique take on it, and I want to see more of it. And they definitely left it in a way to make that happen.
Yeah.
So, glad they recast him. Can't be bad news, from my perspective.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know anything about Rory McCann. But he was in Game of Thrones, so it must be good. Everybody I've seen there was good.
Pretty good.
All right. And more. Is this TV?
Yeah.
TV
still on
announcements.
TV.
Okay. So, Fallout Season 2 filming has been delayed due to the fires in Southern California. The Los Angeles Fire Department has said that any projects that are filming in the area need to pause production. Other projects that were affected by this were Grey's Anatomy, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Abbott Elementary, NCIS, and Suits LA. Fallout 2 was set to resume filming yesterday, January 10th. The fires began on January 7th, and currently over 10,000 acres of land have been destroyed, with 2 people confirmed dead. All right. And TV trailers.
The Last of Us 2 has received a release window trailer, and in that trailer, they don't just say the release window, which is April 25th. It's got some other good stuff in there too. So if you're excited about it, be sure to check out that trailer. Once again, that's Last of Us Part 2, and that release window is April of 2025.
If you're not excited about it, watch Season 1 and get excited.
And consider playing the games. Just saying. Well, let's move on to gaming news, starting off with announcements.
So this past week, we had the CES 2025 event where a lot of new tech was revealed, including some dog robots that if I had $500, I'd be getting. Because I'd like a pet, but I'm afraid of dogs.
They were pretty cool.
They were really cool. So anyway, one of the new items that was revealed was Sony debuted a tech where players can see, shoot, and smell the ambiance of the game that they are in. I think they used The Last of Us to kind of preview their tech, but the way it works is it's a giant cube, and you're not wearing a VR device. It's filled with high definition screens that present the game world around the player. So you turn around, you can see the whole scene. So you get the scents, you get the sounds, and players have imitation weapons that they can shoot at baddies, such as clickers, and then they can also smell them too. So it's a more immersive gaming experience.
And for those who are familiar with Star Trek, the first thing that came to my mind was the holodeck. Holodeck in Star Trek. It's like we're finally getting one of those. Yeah. So I'm super excited. And it made me want to look up, I didn't yet, but the CES event, where it's like, if this kind of stuff is happening at the CES, how often does this thing happen? Because like you mentioned, the dogs, the robotics, and all sorts of cool stuff. But yeah, very, very cool. Let's keep talking about events that we might need to attend in the future. DICE Award nominations are in. If you're not familiar with the DICE Awards, like we weren't, here's some information. The DICE Awards are an annual award ceremony that recognizes the best video games, developers, and individuals in the interactive entertainment industry. The awards are presented by the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. DICE is an acronym that stands for Design, Innovate, Communicate, Entertain. It's going to stream or show. Not sure where it's going to happen, but it's going to happen on Thursday, February 13th at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some of the games that will be recognized for Game of the Year specifically, those nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Helldivers 2, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Astrobot, Helldivers 2, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle have the most nominations with 6 each.
All right. So Xbox developer event will be coming soon, and at that event, there will be announcements of many new games. Attendees will hear about games like South of Midnight, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Doom: The Dark Ages, and a brand new game according to Xbox. Last year's event featured Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, among other games. You can expect the event to stream on YouTube and Twitch on January 23rd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, let's talk lawsuits. Pocket Pair Pocket Pair has released a new game on Nintendo Switch, even though it's currently being sued by Pokemon and Nintendo. Pocket Pair is the developer of Pal World, which is also known as some to be Pokemon with guns. And Pocket Pair has a new game called Overdungeon, which combines card play, tower defense, and roguelike elements. The game was released on Nintendo Switch earlier this week on January 9th, and in the lawsuit between Pokemon, Nintendo, and Pocket Pair, they are accusing Pocket Pair of infringing on Pokemon Company's patent. Some of those infringements include throwing balls to catch creatures, riding creatures in-game, and shooting targets. The status of the lawsuit is pending, and it's unclear, as far as right now, how that lawsuit is going to impact the relationship between Pocket Pair and Nintendo. I mean, because right now, Pocket Pair is releasing a game on Nintendo's platform, so expect more news to come out to kind of clear that up.
So it's interesting, which I think everyone probably thinks is interesting, is that 2 out of 3 of the infringement items are in almost literally every game.
Yeah, those were very non-specific.
You could have just left that throwing balls to catch creatures. There's not many games that do that.
Yeah.
If you describe that, then you are describing Pokemon. But riding creatures in games, shooting targets.
I was for that last one. I was like,
every game.
Do you shoot targets in Pokemon? I don't know because
this is Pokemon with guns apparently.
Right.
So I guess you don't.
Yeah. So I did think that was interesting. I'm glad you mentioned it.
All right, so more Nintendo news. Nintendo has responded to the photo leaks of their possible, they were photo leaks of the Switch 2 mock-up. So here's the story. Genkey, which is a company that releases accessories for consoles, leaked 2 photos of their Switch 2 mock-up, along with a video of their Switch 2 mock-up. So Genkey also brought the Switch 2 mock-up to the CES event last week, for which they are making accessories for the Switch 2 console. And they were under the impression that this was just common knowledge of what the Switch 2 would look like. They thought everybody had this and that it wasn't a leak. So they didn't.
Wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't wrong. Yeah. So they didn't know why everyone's making such a big deal about it. Since the
kerfuffle.
I was going to say CES event, Genkey has seemingly backtracked and has been reported as saying that their mock-up that they brought was based on leaked information and not official Nintendo information. It has been rumored that Nintendo has been working on a Switch 2 as their next console. Nintendo came out with a statement that they will announce their next console at the end of March 2025, which is the end of their, I think, financial year or financial quarter. I think it's the end of their financial year. Mm-hmm. They did not state that it will be a Switch 2, but they also did not deny that it will be a Switch 2 either. Genkey is ready for it, whatever it is, so they don't get sued first. But whatever console Nintendo releases next will not arrive sooner than April 2025, because they said that they will not release the console within this financial year, which ends March 2025.
Interesting. Yeah, when I was researching that one, I was like,
what the heck happened?
What? Well,
why
we're
is
like,
Genkey?
How did this happen? How did a company? Because I imagine some people are sitting at a table discussing things that they're gonna do, and this came up like, hey, let's use some leaked information to create some mock-ups, and not just to do that, but let's go public with it as well, with this leaked information. And they were like, yeah, that sounds really good. Like a great idea. Let's go to this big event and do some shady dealings. That just seems...
And it seems like they are saying that they thought, like, it seemed like they knew that it was leaked information and it wasn't coming from Nintendo, but it seems like they thought it was common industry knowledge, that everybody knew it. And so it was okay to...
It's okay to work off of leaked information. And I mean, in some capacity, I can see that. Working off leaked information behind the scenes to get things ready and say, hey, we're preparing for this. It was leaked and the sources seem good to go. But going to a conference where I'm sure Nintendo
is going to be present.
Nintendo will be present, and you're gonna have to look those people in the eyes and say, hey, looking forward to this leaked. Yeah, this seems in bad taste, if nothing else. But I can see the reason for being prepared for it. Like, you know, getting some stuff ready, and hey, we're waiting on Nintendo to... I guess that's the thing for me. Wait for the company to acknowledge it and say that, yeah, this is legit. But, hey, very interesting. Also, I would think that it was Genki instead of the hard G. But I didn't do any research on the company, so I don't know.
Me either.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Carmen Sandiego turns 40 this year.
Oh.
And get this. She's getting a new game. So Carmen Sandiego has been stealing priceless artifacts and evading authorities since 1985. And in previous games, you were in the position of tracking down the thief. But in this game, for the first time ever, you'll be playing as Carmen Sandiego. You can expect the digital release of this game on PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC sometime in March. And in April, you can expect the physical releases for PS5 and Switch.
All right, so Transformers Reactivated has been deactivated.
Oh, nice, LaPierre. During the run-through, that's all I could think. So I'm so glad you led with that. Please continue.
So anyway, Transformers Reactivated has been canceled. Developers have shared that it was very difficult news. They wanted to thank the people who have worked on it. Unfortunately, some employees are facing layoffs now. Prior to this, the game had been delayed several times. But weird thing is shortly after the announcement that the game has been canceled, there was a release or leak of early gameplay footage that featured Bumblebee driving around on roads, turning from car to transformer, I guess transforming from car to humanoid figure, and shooting things and then flipping back into a car and roll. I mean, I don't know how far games go, but and how much work goes into a game, but this thing looked pretty cool, I thought. And yeah, so unfortunately it seems like they got pretty far along on it, and were forced to cancel it.
I wonder what went into the decision to cancel. It couldn't have been an easy one. Yeah. Well, talking about decisions being made, Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed again. This time just to March 20th. And a little bit more information on that. Ubisoft, the developer behind the game, states that they are taking time to incorporate player feedback that's been gathered over the last 3 months. And Ubisoft also stated that they are exploring various, I'm going to throw up the quotes, various transformational, strategic, and capitalistic options to help put themselves in the best possible financial situation. Some of you all may have gathered that 2024 was a tough year for Ubisoft because of the lower than expected sales from Star Wars Outlaws.
If they just make a good Assassin's Creed game, you'll be fine. Like, just don't do what you did for Odyssey, and you'll be fine. Make an actual Assassin's Creed game.
That is a hot take for some.
Did you like Odyssey?
I liked Odyssey. Was it different?
We didn't even finish it.
Now, hold on. Hold on. There are lots of games that I haven't finished yet, but I like. This one it's really big. Like there's a lot of stuff to do. And I will say that the story, not the strongest story. I don't remember it necessarily. As far as playing the game, I did like the game, but because we talked about this off camera, the differences in the Assassin's Creed game, this one versus the other ones, are definitely there. They are definitely clear. And there are some things that you're not doing like you're doing in the other games, like being an assassin.
Or being part of a creed.
Right. Or there was no mention of a creed. So if there was, I forgot it already. But
or we haven't found it yet. Maybe near the end of the game, we eventually
take this creed.
The Assassin's Creed.
Hey, come over here. You got to take this creed real quick before you go in and fight the final boss. Just right here. So yes, there were some decisions made, and I think they might want to go back to the formula. I also don't know how well Odyssey performed as far as sales and stuff, but I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying I totally disagree, but I did like the game. But we haven't finished it. We're trying though. It's a tough one. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of lists of, okay, where did I leave off here? But let's talk about game trailers.
All right, so there has been a cinematic trailer release for League of Legends, the game, first season 2025. It focuses on Noxus from Arcane, the show. It's a very nice trailer.
That's something that League of Legends is known for. Is their cinematic game trailers? Like their epic events. Except that year that it wasn't. But then they quickly got back to doing the epic events for the trailers. Please continue.
Players will be able to continue some of the stories explored in Arcane, the show, and get reunited with some familiar characters. I'm thinking from the show. The first season of 2025, the game, was released on January 9th. All right, now for the rumor mill.
All right. Xbox may release their next console in 2026. This is according to Call of Duty leaker, The Ghost of Hope. The new console will release alongside the next Call of Duty game. Once again, that's according to this is the rumor. This is the rumor, okay? The console is apparently called Xbox Prime, although that could be the code name for the project. The Ghost of Hope, which was the leaker, added that Xbox is still planning to release their handheld after this console, but they're just not sure whether it's going to be released in 2026 or 2027. What we do know is that Xbox has stated that they are releasing a handheld. We just don't have a date for that.
All right, in more rumor news, Will Smith posted a mysterious message alluding to The Matrix. For those of you who maybe forgot, like me, or never knew in the first place, Will Smith was almost cast to play Neo in The Matrix, but he turned down the role for Wild Wild West, and then Keanu Reeves picked up the role of Neo. So on Instagram, Smith posted a video message that asked the question, what would The Matrix have been like with Will Smith as Neo? And as a reply, he posted, wake up, Will. The Matrix has you. Smith has denied being involved in The Matrix, so not really sure what he is teasing with these messages. So yeah, we will maybe or maybe not see.
Maybe. Well, let's talk about some movies that you may choose to see this week because they're coming out.
All right, Uncharted is coming to Max on January 15th. And some TV shows that are coming out this week.
The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Lived. Season 1 is coming to Netflix on January 13th.
A Real Bug's Life is coming to Disney Plus on January 15th.
Do you know what that is? A Real Bug's Life?
I'm thinking, so you know what a Bug's Life is,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm thinking a real Bug's Life based on like the image that I saw is like it's like a nature
Like a
sort of
documentary
video,
type deal. That makes
of
sense.
bugs,
Of actual bugs.
yeah,
Probably highlighting the bugs from A Bug's Life. That could be cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Harlequin season 5. Couldn't think of a segue there. But Harlequin season 5 is coming to Max on January 16th.
All right, and here are our suggestions of what you should be watching this week. My suggestion is Shogun. Since it won so many awards, it must be pretty good. If you have not seen Shogun yet, you should maybe check it out. You can watch it on Hulu, I'm fairly sure, and then not really sure if you can catch it on Disney. We had Disney Plus and Hulu, so I don't know which one
It's
was
actually
which.
available on.
Yeah. I think it's both. We still haven't seen it.
We haven't, but I second that. I think, yeah, Shogun would be a cool one. So, what I will say is what we are watching, because I want to give you something to do this weekend if you don't want to watch Shogun. We are watching Camp Cretaceous Chaos Theory, because during the time where we weren't doing the Nerd News, we missed that there's a new season. So we enjoyed season 1. Of course, we enjoyed Camp Cretaceous as well. That's a great show. So if you haven't seen Camp Cretaceous, you may want to check that out. But if you have, or if you're just interested in what we're watching, Camp Cretaceous Chaos Theory season 2. This next part is me, right? Mm-hmm. Well, here we go. This has been your weekly dose of nerd news.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next week for more nerdiness.
Thanks for watching.
Clink!